lot of people had this game circled this week. Two of the best teams so far squaring off here in Week 5. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll have half the work done for them already. He's out of bounds right at the midfield stripe.
Boy, he wasn't too far away from taking that the distance. But as it is, what a way to start the game. Now as an offense, you take the field for the first time, and the work's halfway done.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, Penix. Got a man, it's Drake London. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. An easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he works this to the 38 before going down. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Falcons will have a first. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, here's Penix. Headed out right. He can run it. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Penix here from the gun. Into the hands of Pitts. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Extra point by Q is up and good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. So new kickoff rules, this is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Baker. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. They send a man in motion. 1st down, here's Baker. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Here's Riley Dixon on now for the punt on 4th down. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set up. Warrior 70. Go.
Penix working from the gun. Forced out to his right. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 34. Has him on the quick hitter. We've arrived at the end. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. From the 31. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Has a hole left, room to run. Hits the 20. And the Buccaneers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Mike Evans with the touchdown. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. McLeod now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Penix to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and Man, did he make an impact play.
And again, it's Penix. Caught by the open man. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Into the hands of Colt. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Mayfield on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. From the red zone now. Colt with a catch. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers tie things up at 14. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. McLeod now returning it. And he's out a little short of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Chased out to his right. Brought in right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Let's go. Go.
Throwing from the gun here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Come on, set.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running line.
And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
79.
Staying with Robinson. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They are now set for 1st and 10. Penix looking to pass. Caught near the goal line. And he nearly broke it for 6. He steps out at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Robinson will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Once more, it's Robinson. And they'll make their stop after a small push to the 5. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Lutz is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. One last play before the break.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
He'll throw it. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this.
14.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Set to return this. Trey Palmer. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Mayfield now from the gun. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Working quickly here. From the 43. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Run.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Along the right sideline, there's space. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers. And he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He fires one deep down the middle. Big game downfield. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Here's Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. McLeod now returning it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
Set, go.
Penix here from the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. He touched him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, a run to Robinson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, Penix. Pitts brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Falcons with the football. They're leading, but not by a ton. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Penix working from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
19 Lions. Shut up. Go.
Here's Penix. Able to hit Robinson, complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Ready. Dragon 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Trying for it with Penix. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Chubb brings it in. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Regular. Point it right.
Baker now from the gun. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And that makes it 2nd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Put the body on the line for his team. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down, here's Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He'll get this complete to Chubb. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. Finds the end zone, touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Penix now. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here we go, shot.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Man in motion here. He's back to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I mean, you can see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
Pushes it toward the sideline, and he has it. Feet are inbounds. They go for it on 4th down and get it in a big way, 25 yards there.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Penix looking to pass. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Putting the tight end in motion. He'll throw it. He'll get this complete to Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10.
Regular.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Buccaneers trail by a field goal. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to throw. It's into the hands of Chubb. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here he is to throw. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. They are running from the gun with Chubb. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. McLeod now returning it. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 69.
Setting up to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set, trap 60. Mustang 19.
They motion the tight end over.
Go.
He'll look to throw it. He'll get this complete to Mooney. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Set up. Ready.
Play action. Here's Penix. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Caught, nice gain left side. And they get this down to the 28. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
18 Rattler.
Penix on first down. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Looking for the back that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
60 ready. 60 by 6. 60. Cup 19. Warriors 70. 79 Bronco. 70 Ranger.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
No! Track at 60.
One final shot here. It's intercepted. That will do it. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit.